Hello, collective. This is Hampton Artemis Oracle doing your timeless love reading, and I'm gonna make this a new love reading because I'm sick of hearing about somebody wants to come back. Somebody wants to come back. Okay, yeah, somebody wants to come back. Yeah. Okay, we have longing and boundaries. So probably made so many weird faces. I'm sorry. Okay, longings. I think that this, all right, we're going to look at this as a new love because I don't want to go to the past. I don't want to think of the past. I want to think about the future, the possibilities of the present moment to the future. Okay. I think that if this is you, you may be longing for the type of love or relationship where you feel like you are being acknowledged for who you are. And I think in anybody who wants love, they want to be seen, they want to be accepted, they want to be loved, they want to be appreciated. But I think there may have been some past experiences that are causing you to keep your guard up from someone entering, because the card says no, drawing the line, enough. It's like you're at this place where I want this, but that, and that being all the negative stuff that you may have experienced in the past, you know. Let's see what else comes out. If that's the case, another thought that popped into my mind was, if there is someone around you, and that you've been in contact with, that you've been interacting with in some way, they have been longing for you. What's this? What's that? Okay, that doesn't look right. Looks like I'm doing things I shouldn't be doing on YouTube. Yeah, so there may be somebody who may be feeling the same way. You know, they're longing for some type of relationship, wanting to be seen, loved, appreciated, accepted, but they also may have their boundary up. So both of you may be in the same place, but I think it's about timing, about when is it the right time to come forward? When is it the right time to put myself out there? You know, the desire that you may be having, the longing, it's probably reached a point where it's hard for you to handle. Maybe you may be feeling lonely. You may be craving like physical touch, affection, possibly intimacy in some way. And you're wondering, is this the right time? Is this the right time for me to put down my boundaries? You probably went through so many cycles of meeting the same type of people, but then it's like, okay, it hits a certain point where you start to realize that you're the common denominator and that certain things have to change within you in order for you to attract a partner that you're seeking. And like, my belief is that, and I think it's because of what I want in a relationship, I understand that I have to be a reflection of what I want in order to attract what it is, the partner I desire. Right? So there are going to be certain changes that I'm going to have to make, because I want to fully appreciate and love myself in order and to be at that same frequency or vibration of the person that I envision being the best partner for me, you know, the perfect partner for me. I'm not saying he has to be perfect, I'm just saying he's the perfect person for me. And that's the same for you. You have to think about what changes you need to make so that you can attract the person that you're hoping to attract, the person that you think will be the perfect partner for you. You know, so maybe this is a love advice reading. You know, intuition, heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. I think that you going within is gonna show you it's gonna allow you to see what it is that you truly want, because especially if you're one that reflects on the past experiences, you could write down a list of all the things those people were lacking, and that lets you know what exactly you want. So you could think about, okay, well, this person didn't do that, but is that important to you? Yes, it is important to me. So it's like you following your heart and understanding that what you value most in a partner who you think will be the perfect partner for you. It's about you going within and, you know, remembering the emotions and using your intuition to allow you to see the flags that you need to see in order to proceed with someone, especially if it's someone that's already caught your eye, someone that you're interested in, or you know, who you want to attract, or who you hope to attract, because you'll be able to say, well, he's not doing these things, or she's not doing these things, because men and women watch these readings, or non-binary. So whoever it is, they're not doing these things that the past people have done. So that's like, okay, that's good. But then, oh, there's something there that isn't, that I really like, you know, then that's a flag, you know. It's about you being discerning. It's about you trusting your judgment. Just looking back at the past, things that you don't like, and seeing if those things are being expressed or shown by someone who you may be interested, or someone who's expressing interest in you, that you may be getting to know at this time. Depth, awareness, importance of value. Yeah, you understand the importance of your experience. You value, it's important to value the experiences too, because you know, when things don't work out, and you can look at things from the perspective of you. Take the other person out of the equation, and you look at yourself, the actions that you've taken, how you contributed to the relationship, how you would have done things differently. Maybe there were signs that you ignored, so now you know deep down inside. If something doesn't feel right, you know it's not right. So you're going to be able to trust your intuition, you know, the next time anything comes up, you know. But it's about being aware. It's about knowing what you consider has value, what you don't value, what you think is important and what isn't important to you. You know, no longer lying to yourself, no longer pretending things that bothered you in the past don't still bother you. They bother you for a reason. Acknowledge it. You know, don't pretend. Don't allow people to get away with things that they've done, or allow people to get away with things you don't like. You know, it's important for you to express to the person that may be interested in you, that may do something that you don't like. It's like, let them know, and how they react to you giving them that constructive criticism, which has to do with how you want to be treated. That'll let you know whether or not that's somebody you should invest in or not. You know, nothingness, death, and meaninglessness, erasure, forgetfulness. You know, this kind of ties back to what I said about wanting to be seen, appreciated, and loved. You don't want to give into anything that lacks value, that doesn't really add value to your life, or you don't feel like you could add value to, you know, like a person that you could both add value in each other's lives, where it's reciprocal, where you want something that is going to show growth, that's going to show potential, actual potential, not the idea of potential, but actual potential based on actual actions, by doing what you say and saying what you do, you know. You know, you don't want someone who's just going to say things and it doesn't mean anything. It's just words, you know. Yeah, you want to take a chance. You want to start over. You want to go in a new direction, but you want to do things right. You want to allow your experiences to be your guiding force, but not in the sense that you're restricting yourself. You know, of course, you're going to know when's the right time to draw up the boundaries, but sometimes you got to let the boundaries down a little bit, just to give people a little rope. You know, you get to decide how much rope or leeway you give someone, but learn from the past. Think about how much you've allowed people to get away with shit, and you didn't say anything. You didn't do anything. You didn't correct them. Now you don't. Somebody does something the first time, you cut it off in the beginning. You let them know that's not acceptable. And if they do it again, then you know they're not for you. And I speak from experience too, because I've done things and the person didn't like it, and I do it again. But sometimes it's because I wasn't aware, you know, or maybe I just didn't care. I don't know. It could be anything, you know. Oh, why? What is this? What is this coming from? Okay, so we have loyalty. You want somebody who's reliable, trustworthy, someone that can be someone that you can rely on, someone who can be your companion, your lifelong companion, someone that you can be relaxed, casual with. And I'm not talking about casual relationship. you know, you can do whatever you want. If you want to have a casual relationship, you go ahead and do you, boo. But if this is about wanting a lasting love, a type of love that can grow and into something very serious and long-term, something that can stand the test of time. And loyalty is one of those more important things, because like someone said, and it's so true, if there's no trust in a relationship, if you don't believe the partner that you're with is loyal to you, then that relationship is doomed. So remember, you have to be a reflection of that yourself too. You know, you want to be able to believe that the person is being who they are, but you also have to believe in the person that you are and that you want to be, to show up in a relationship that has the ability to stand the test of time, you know. And it takes some inner reflection, because right here, this says nothingness, but if you think about it too, this reminds me of the Hermit. If you continue to let your boundaries keep you behind, this is what you're going to be. You're going to turn to dust, and you're going to be stuck in that hermit mode, holding your lamp, frozen in time, you know. Is there anything else for new love? Rest. You know, you may be in this pause period right now. Well, with the Hermit, yeah, you may be in hermit mode right now, but you know, the new beginning is coming, but that's up to you. I think I'm going to tarot right now. We're gonna get like a couple cards just to keep it simple. Let me see the time. Let me see, I got 2 notifications. Okay. Going into the Modern Witch deck. Okay, let's see. The Moon wanted to come out. The Moon card. Okay, so let me shuffle these first. Okay. What does the collective need to know about new love? Is there anything you can tell us about any new love coming the collective's way? I like that my collective is small, so the energies are concentrated. So what does the collective need to know? Got 2 of Swords, 4 of Swords. So you may be conflicted about something, and maybe something keeping you up at night, at least the way it's depicted in this video. They may, depicted in the card. Someone who is in bed resting, but it's like they have their hand over their head, like they're thinking, maybe overthinking. You know, when, yeah, it's like you're overthinking something. It's like you're in 2 minds about something, and maybe it's about like, should I go out there? Should I put my boundaries down? Should I put myself out there? Should I meet somebody? Or you could be thinking about somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, I really like this person, and you know, oh, I can't stop thinking about them. And there may be someone that you don't, may not be in constant contact with, but it's just someone that maybe catching your eye. We have the Temperance card here, but it's like, I feel like right now with these, with the 2 of Swords and the 4 of Swords, it's like you're trying to moderate whatever it is you're doing. You're trying not to overthink too much about whatever this is. The 3 of Pentacles. So the Temperance card is Sagittarius energy, and then we have the 3 of Pentacles. It's about maybe somebody from work that that you're interested in. You may be a Sagittarius, or there may be a Sagittarius around you who caught your eye. But at the bottom, we also have the Sun, you know. So I'm gonna keep that together. So this person is someone, oh wow. Let me cover that. We have the Sun there. So it's someone that, whoever you may be overthinking about, there may be somebody that you like. They probably brighten up your day when you see them. 6 of Swords. So this is about moving past conflict, any trouble, sorrow, disappointments. Like, you know, you've healed, but then now you're ready for the next step. You're ready to see what the future holds for you. So, you know, let's see. Can you tell us about the new love coming in for the collective? So the Sun card, it could be a Leo. Anything else about new love? Page of Swords. This could be somebody that you've been watching or has been watching you, has been observing you, getting information, probably doing some research, possibly online research. You know, people like to go online and Google people and even try to find their social media like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. They may be doing some type of digging, trying to find out some information about you. Or this is you with them. Maybe that's what you're overthinking about because, all right, well, let's talk more about this new love. I want to see, I was going to say, when is new love coming? Okay, so there's going to be some communication that's going to bring some clarity. I'm not exactly sure what that communication is. So let's see, what is this communication? Okay, it's regarding an Emperor and Hangman. So this is Aries energy and Pisces energy. It's interesting because we have the Venus is still in retrograde and it's in Pisces, but we're in Aries season. So we're still in Aries season. I believe Aries season ends on the 19th of April. So you may be receiving some type of communication from somebody before Aries season ends. You may be dealing with an Aries and maybe an Aries that's interested in you, or you're an Aries or a Pisces, or they may be a Pisces. You know, there's somebody that's been thinking, has been basically maybe putting themselves out on the line, hanging on the limb, putting themselves hanging out on the limb, something like that. They may put themselves out on the limb. Like it's like they're taking a risk for something. They may take a risk in communicating some truth to you. Let's find out what that truth is. What is this truth that's being communicated to the collective? Okay, we have a King of Swords, so you may be dealing with an air sign. There may be some shocking news, let me get this. Wow, Two of Cups. Yeah, so what's gonna come forward? It may be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, but King is Aquarius. You may be meeting some, like this is going to be a shocking communication that you're going to get. It may have been somebody that you met, you know, I mentioned it may be from work, or it could be somewhere that you hang out or have fun. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be shocking. This person's going to communicate their interest or attraction towards you, or the fact that they have feelings for you. They want to share their cup with you. That's something that you may be like, I think that may be what keeps you up in that Four of Swords, where you're like, oh my God, this guy is interested in me, this girl's interested in me. Yeah, I think that the information that you're going to get is transforming, because transformative, because you see the butterflies at the top of the King's head. So it's going to be a new beginning. So it's this expression of love, even friendship. This doesn't have to be, but it could be somebody that you're friends with, but then they express that they want to have more with you, and it's going to be shocking to you. It may be something that you didn't expect, or you're just shocked that the person feels the same way you do. Maybe possibly sharing the same feelings you feel, you know. Anything else? Queen of Cups. So they may be a water sign. This is, I believe this Queen of Cups is Cancer, but it could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Yeah, this, when this person, we remember we came out with the intuition card. Where is the intuition? Like, maybe when this offer comes in, it's going to be something that you're going to be considering taking. But I think that when you do this, you're going to be taking, it's going to be with careful consideration. It's not something that you're just going to be like, yes, yes, take it. No, you're going to be very reflective. You may be, you may be introspecting. You may be evaluating it, you know, seeing whether it's something that you want to consider, you know. Is it something that's aligned to you? Is it something that you can trust? You know, is this a person that you can trust? You know, has trust been built over time with this person? You know, person may be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, but this is Taurus, fixed energy. Yeah, they may have been in their mind about coming forward. They may also be staying up at night thinking about you. You both probably been thinking about each other in the night. You both probably have been thinking about when this moment will come. This sharing of cups. You may be in that moment right now. So let me see if I can get a time frame for you. So I did say Aries season ends on April 19th. So someone may communicate something by April 19th. It might be, I saw the moon earlier, so we have the full moon this Friday. It could be the next new moon, which will be April 27th, which is Taurus season. And we did have Taurus show up with the King of Pentacles. This possibly can also happen. Let's see. I like this because I just noticed this. Yeah. The Two of Cups with the Temperance card. You know, it's like whatever emotions you're currently experiencing is something that you want to moderate. And when you're moving towards something, it's like you want to make sure you're bringing in healthy, whole, healed, a healthy, whole, healed self into a relationship, into a partnership that is going to be loving, or the way that you envision it being, something that's loving and caring, where you can have growth and prosperity. And this is like the perfect pair. They say, I don't know if that's true though. I don't know. I think you can't always go by signs. You have to go by each other's experiences, whether you align, you have the shared beliefs. I think love is so much deeper than just the sun sign. Astrology is so interesting. So you have to know the person's chart. You can't judge a person just by their sun sign. You have to look at their Venus, you have to look at their Mars, you have to look at their moon, you know, even their rising, I believe, because it's the person they're supposed to be ascending towards. So yeah, so it looks like there may be somebody who you share who you are interested in and you have been in contact with, who's new to you, that may be interested in, if it's someone like you're acquainted with or you're friends with, and maybe someone who wants to move your relationship to the next level, where you start seeing each other or possibly communicating on a different level, you know. It may happen by the end of Aries season, but it could even go into Taurus season. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. And that's Taurus season starts on the 20th, April 20th, 21st, and it ends, I believe, on June 19th. You know, so yeah, that's something that you need to look out for. But whatever it is, just go in with it with an open heart. Draw your boundaries down where you feel comfortable. Don't put them completely down. Trust your intuition and look for the signs that, or you know what, you don't even need to look for it. If somebody does something, it's gonna make you feel something, and you're gonna know, this doesn't feel right, I don't like this feeling. And then you'll know if that's something that, if you're dressed with them, you're like, this doesn't make me feel comfortable. And if they do it again, you know, no, you're not the right person for me. If it's something that is a deal breaker for you, then you know, I can't invest in this anymore. I give enough time and energy towards this. And it could be, you know, you talking to somebody, that counts as time and energy, you know. So I hope this reading resonates with someone out there. If it does, please like, share, subscribe to Artemis Oracle. My name is Ten, and I am Artemis Oracle. I'm wishing you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening ahead. Bye.